Blessings, everyone. I hope you're all doing very well out there. In this video, we are going to be expanding on the discussion of cosmic justice and talking about forgiveness. What forgiveness is from a cosmic perspective, as well as a karmic perspective, versus what it is not. Forgiveness can be a very loaded topic, right? And it can be a hotly debated topic in all walks of life, all manners of different cultural and social beliefs and expectations. So if it sounds like, by the way, I am trying to keep my voice down, it's just because it's going on about 10 to 11 p.m. at the time of me recording this video, and I want to be conscientious of, how much noise I am making. But I'm really, jazzed to make this video, and I love this channel very, very much. And so whenever I want to make a video for this channel, and I get a chance, I'm going to do it. You guys have no idea. I love SonofSelene, and yeah, that's my bread and butter, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of that work. But if I'm being perfectly honest, everything I do here is so much more fulfilling on integrative mysticism, whether it's, the craft videos, the exercise videos, lectures like this, working with Robert, doing the podcast, having guests on like Matthew. I get so much more fulfillment out of it on a deeper level. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for all of you who subscribe and support the channel. So a lot of misunderstandings about forgiveness, again, kind of happen on more of a social and emotional, on the ground kind of level. When people talk about the idea of forgiveness, they tend to be either on the side of feeling good about or feeling bad about the idea of forgiveness, meaning forgiving and forgetting, giving chances, or maybe even forgiving actions, when it's not really about forgiving actions, or saying something is okay, or saying something was okay. That is a misunderstanding. What is going on with forgiveness is you are choosing to forgive the being, the person, the transgressor. You're not forgiving the action. You're not letting the action, be something it's not. But you are releasing the being, the person, or the transgressor for their debt to you and their responsibility to you in whatever way. And the reasons that you might want to consider forgiveness when it comes to things relating to the past and what might have put you on a path that you are on now or put you where you are now is because sometimes the longer we hold a specific person or group of people or an entire soul group or, or whatever to the fulfillment of a debt to us, the longer we wait, sometimes even lifetimes, for that debt to be fulfilled. Forgiveness is the act of saying, I release you, I dismiss you, I write you off from any responsibility to this debt and to me. And I surrender this debt that is owed to me to the universe, or to the divine, to my deities, to my higher levels, my Godhead, however you want to term it. Because when we do that, right, we are talking about fighting chaos with cosmos. So cosmos, of course, is order, right? The cosmos, divine order. It is the energy and the embodiment of divine order and harmony. Anything that is out of whack, anything that is imbalanced, anything that is in need of restoration of balance, such as a debt, such as a discordant existence, such as a path maligned, misdelivered, deprived, or discordant, is a priority to be remediated, to be fixed, to put on its proper course in the highest interest of all concerned. However, because we are also divine creator beings ourselves, right, as spiritual practitioners, one with all the elements, the universe, the divine, all of it, we have a say in when we forgive and when we don't forgive. And we have a say in, well, what are we forgiving? And so if we get attached to the repayment of a debt coming from, say, a specific person, or the reversal of a hurt being taken care of by a specific person, by their deeds, thoughts, actions, and energies, we might be waiting for a very, very long time. And we also may have attachments, right, formed, right? Attachments, you might even look at them as kind of implants in your own energy fields, right? Thought forms start to form with their own attachments to that person and to that situation, which does end up throwing your own energy field, your own aura, your whole energy body out of whack because of how attached to that situation, to that person, or the means of clearance of the debt would transpire in your mind, your hopes, your hates, or desires, or fears. In fact, there are certain beings out there, certain entities, some are in human bodies and some are not, that use debts to stay attached, right? Let me make it up to you. You can't go anywhere. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to fix this. Let me, I can do better. All of that kind of stuff. They never do, but because that cord is there, they can continue to siphon, right? Introduce all kinds of malignant or parasitic activity into your world and anyone else that they're attached to. And forgiving and writing them off actually releases any business they have in your world. And so you might want to be thinking about it in that respect as well. It's about not only cleaning your slate, but it is also about releasing and dropping things that could be seen as pollutants, right? Or interference in your own reality. Surrendering the debts owed to you by others to be fulfilled by the divine, right? Cosmos, source, prime creator, deity, however you want to look at it, also allows for a lot of fixes to get underway and start manifesting because, right, that story is over. That quest is over. That situation is done. And any kind of chaos introduced because of that situation from first creation of the situation until this point, or whatever point you do the actual forgiving, authentic forgiving, by the way, don't just go through the motions, will go through a retroactive repair, however that retroactive repair will work. It's a big thing to do. It is actually a very big gesture because you have got to, at that point in time, take responsibility for releasing a narrative that maybe you've held for a very, very long time. And having that narrative be fulfilled a certain way. There is a better way to have that situation fixed and remediated. And so again, it's kind of like, well, the forgiveness in that situation really does come back to work for you. And it really isn't about the other person. Because now that person, they're going to owe a debt to deity. They're going to owe a debt to cosmos. They're going to owe a debt to the universe, which will likely come to them in the form of some kind of lesson. But that's none of our business either, right? The more attached we get into that, the more we're showing the universe how, dishonest we are about real forgiveness. But it is about dismissing, writing off, and letting go. And getting back to maybe the life that you would have had without whatever interference occurred. But that is, just sort of a little chat about forgiveness from a cosmic and alchemical perspective and why it will serve. I do want to mention that, when it comes to forgiveness, remember, it's about forgiving forgiving the person, the being, and releasing the attachment to the person and the being. It's not about forgiving, permitting, or being an apologist or an endorser of dysfunctional, toxic, chaotic activity, any of that kind of stuff. That's not what we're talking about here. So I think I'm going to wrap it up for now, and we can maybe come back and talk about this in another video. Let me know what you think in the comments in the down bar below, and I look forward to reading them. Take care.